Our budget is $58 million this year. $58 million. And we have I will call it a reserve fund of 59% of that, or $34 million. And I think it's time that we give something back to the taxpayers in this city. And for that, I will make a motion to approve this budget, but only with the provision that we move enough money out of the reserve fund so that we can approve a full rollback of the millage rate for fiscal year 25 and 26.
Mr. Holland, that's not the motion. That's not
the motion.
Excuse me,
that
I'll
I'm
second
making.
that motion.
This is the first, for the record, this is the first I've heard of this. We've been talking about budget since February.
And we've been talking about the bloated amount of reserve fund also.
How does that even work? That all of a sudden in the 11th hour, we're going to change our reserve amount after the presentation that we heard from our CFO about how it is these reserves that help us keep a AAA bond rating. We've gone through months of discussion on these numbers, and now you want to change the numbers tonight? Do you have new numbers? Do you have what you want that amount to be?
The budget's going to remain the same.
There's a new plan. I absolutely cannot accept it. Do not support it. It is disrespectful to me and to this staff and to our process.
But it's certainly not disrespectful to the citizens that pay taxes in this city.
This is a shame. This is a disservice to the citizens of this city.
I think we need to give the citizens some of the reserves back.
I just cannot fathom that this would come up live in a city council meeting. Boy, Mr. Holland, you can tell it's an election year, sir. We've been discussing this publicly.
For both of us, Mayor.
It
We're
is
both
just
up this year.
We've been talking about reducing the reserves for 2 years.
Talking is
Yep.
one thing. Creating months of budget hours, cities are, every department has spent weeks with our city manager. We have a 5-year budget model and a plan in place. It's right before us in black and white. And now at the 11th hour in a public meeting, you think it's appropriate to change the game? That is disrespectful to our citizens. I am beside myself, Mr. Holland. Unbelievable.
Not to say I'm against some of these thoughts as far as the reserve and the possibility of giving some back. I don't think those are all great thoughts. But
I've stood by exactly what I said. It's time to give back. We have been taxing the people of Peachtree City and the businesses of Peachtree City for quite a while. It's time to give them back. We've got a bloated number. The state says you only need about 30%, 33% to be exact, as far as reserves.
Look at them. Kelly's pale over there. This is no joke. This is not a grandstanding time in an election year. This is a budget that we have gone through together. I know that you have brought suggestions to our staff, things that you want to see change, and they did it. They've met every demand that you have made. Am I right? That's in this budget.
Some of them, yes, that's correct.
You have made asks. You didn't bring it to me. You've made asks that you did not bring to this dais. You've made asks of the city manager, and he did it. And you know what? I think that was the right thing to do. He has accommodated you at every step of the way. I know he compromised on COLA. I don't like that, but okay, we're compromising on COLA. There are some other things that you wanted changed. He put it in. And now here we are in the 11th hour when it's time to pass a budget. You've got a brand new idea and a big speech to give. For shame. Our citizens deserve better.
Our citizens are going to get what they deserve.
Our citizens,
They're going to get some of their taxes back.
that's awesome. Let's make a plan to do that.
We have been talking about reducing the reserves for quite some time. And reducing the reserves in this way gives it back to the people who paid it out at the beginning, the taxpayers.
Talking about it is one thing. Budget
Let's do it.
numbers are another thing.
The
We
budget
need to-
is standing.
we need
We're
to
not arguing
pass
with the $58
Our
million
budget,
budget.
excuse me. We need to pass our budget and this forecast model. And if we want to take it after that in subsequent conversations in a collaborative, public, mutual way, that's fine. This is an absolute outrage. We've talked about it. We've talked about the fact that Noonan carries more than 100% reserves. We've talked about other cities that carry 80% or more reserves. Yeah, we've talked about a lot of things. Your proposal did not pass. I am prepared to pass this and have those conversations with you going forward. We can have them. We can formalize them. But to pull a stunt like this in a council meeting is an absolute insult.
Call it what you will, Madam Mayor. It's not a stunt.
It is
I've been
an
talking-
absolute
it's
stunt.
according to you. I think I am being a good steward of the money that you elected me to do here. Citizens elected me to do, and I think that kind of stewardship is something that I'm quite proud of.
I don't think there's a point to it.
Outrageous. Outrageous.
I'll make a motion. I make a motion that we table agenda item 07-24-06 to the September 18th meeting.
I can second that.
Which meeting?
September 18th. I believe
that
I have
would
the
be
date
our-
correct.
Is that the date for our second one in September? Well, I think regardless, it has to be tabled.
It's
For
going
us
to have
to-
to be tabled.
Justin,
Before we vote, I know there's a motion and a second. On
There's a
the-
couple-
I'd like to call the question.
Please, let's, I want to hear from our city manager,
I call the question.
She called the question.
meaning we're voting on that right now. Okay, I have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say no.
No.
Reserves 59%. That's the percentage whatever council wants the reserves to be is fine with me, as long as our policy is for them to be above 31%. If we're going to roll the millage rate back, my recommendation would be we would need to cut the budget. We would not operate with a $58 million budget. It's one or the other. But it compounds.
Best practice
Oh, I
is
understand.
to use them on one-time expenses like buying land, building a pickleball court. Ms. Brown was very clear that she's not comfortable with the percentage of reserves that we have. But if we're going to reduce those, one, you don't reduce them in large amounts because that will affect your bond rating. And you don't reduce them on ongoing things, like you don't pay people with reserves. You do one-time purchases. And I think I told her then, I've said it a million times, I would be happy if we had 100%. I know that that's not realistic.
I'll also say too, like I said before, if you want to roll back the millage, it's not my decision whether you all want to roll back the millage or not. It's your decision. But if you want to roll back the millage, I would be more comfortable if we cut things out of the budget. You'd have to cut the budget.
And how would you like to move forward? We've had some sage advice now, new information from our city manager, our CFO. How would you like to move forward? I think we owe our citizens a budget.
I have not disapproved the budget, Madam Mayor. The budget is the one that I said we approve it, but with this condition. So I haven't disapproved the budget. Let's make that crystal clear to the citizens.
it has put a lot of undue burden onto our residents. No one's faulting you for this sentiment. I mean, I feel like both of you have our citizens' best interest in mind.
Councilman Holland and I are not objecting to the $58 million budget at this time. We're just
that's
deciding,
That is
We're-
important.
we're just deciding whether we reach into our pocket or the taxpayer's pocket to come up with the $58 million. And I think with a 59% reserve fund, we should reach into our own pocket and give them a damn break.
I agree.
I make a motion that we approve the resolution to adopt the fiscal year 2025 to 2026 operating budget and capital improvement plan.
I have a motion. I'll second it. All in favor, say aye. All opposed?
No. We don't even have the digest yet.
We couldn't vote on it tonight because we don't really have a digest. Kelly, you haven't received that digest, have you, of how much taxes? So we'd be voting for a pig in a poke if we did it. And that's another reason why you really don't want to vote on it tonight.
I will say the This is outrageous and unprofessional. We are better than this. Our citizens deserve open dialogue, colleagues who talk to one another and do what's best for the city. This is an insult. We have a motion
Thanks for
and
sharing.
we have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously.